Hi, and welcome to the first video on simultaneous equations. Today we'll be trying to find the intersection point of two straight lines, two linear graphs. And there's a couple of different methods that you can use to find this. One of them is using your calculator, the other two are using algebra, kind of trying to work it out that way. So let me just jump straight into it. First I'll teach you how to use your calculator. Okay, so what we need, I'll go through the three methods. Graphically, you can do it graphically, you can do it using the method of substitution, and also elimination. And I guess I'll show you all those a little bit later. But first, let's have a look at how to do these things graphically. So using your CAS calculator, again inside this there's two methods, but I'll show you both of them. First of all, let's go to a graph page. So I'm on a graph page now, and I want to put in two graphs. So I don't really care what they are because my calculator is pretty smart and we'll be able to work it out. X plus 4, not equals 4, plus 4. That's one of them, and I want to put in another graph, so I'm just going to push tab because that gets me that line there, and then I'm going to find another graph. I might just make it 6 minus x. Okay, it doesn't really matter what you put in there, as long as it's a linear graph. Actually, it doesn't need to be, but that's what we're going to use. Push enter. Now that's nice. I've got the two graphs. I'm just going to drag the screen a little bit like this, just so I can see it a bit better. Okay, and you can play around with the zooms if you want to on this as well. So like menu 4 will give you all of the zoom in, zoom out, all that sort of stuff. But this is good enough for me. Now I want to do a bunch of things from here. I want to find out the intersection point between these two graphs, but I'm also going to show you how to find out the x and y intercepts for these graphs as well. Okay. Now if you want to do any of that kind of stuff, the best place to go is to menu 6. So you can't quite see this on my screen, but I'm going to push the menu button, and then it comes up. Now, there's a bunch of things that you can do from here. The zoom is what I was talking about before. You can zoom in, zoom out, all that sort of stuff. But I want to actually analyze the graph a little bit. So I'm going to go down to number 6, and I'm actually going to find out what do I do first? I'll find out the point of intersection, because that's the thing I'm most concerned with at the moment. Okay, so number 4 is intersection. So if you wanted to, you can just push menu 6, 4, and then it does this thing where it says lower bound. And it asks you to kind of click on it, and this dotted line moves. Lower bound just means move to the left of the point that you're actually trying to find out, because sometimes there might be multiple points you're trying to find out. Particularly if the graph's a bit more curvy, it might have more than one intersection point, but for us we'll just have one. So the lower bound is anywhere to the left, and I'm just going to find it and click there. And then it says upper bound. Upper bound just means go to the right of the point, and you'll see how it's covered in grey, and as I go past the point, it probably will come up with and highlight the point itself. Yep, there we go, it did. So now I just go anywhere past the point, click OK again, and there it is. There's the point of intersection. That point means that on both of those lines, the x value is 1 and the y value is 5. Okay, so that's the point that they have in common. If you want to, you can kind of drag this over a bit just so you can see it nicely. The way you do that is to click and hold, and then you can move it. And you have to click and wait until it does that like a funny pinching hand grip. But that's where it moves it. Okay. Now a couple of other things. Just while I've got you, I'll show you how to find out the x and y intercepts. So we'll go the x intercepts first. Menu 6, analyze graph. 4, not 4, that's what we just did. 0, that finds out the x-intercepts. And again, it will ask you which graph, because there's two graphs on here, it doesn't know which one to do. I'm just going to click the blue one first. And then it says that lower bound, upper bound thing. So I'll go lower bound, click, upper bound, click. There it is, that's my x-intercept for that one. I'll do the same thing on the other one. Menu 6, 1. And the graph, this time I'm going to choose the red one, lower bound, upper bound. There we go, that's nice. Okay, now I want to find out the y-intercepts here as well. I guess you could try and read them off the graph, but I want to find them accurately. So I'm going to go menu. This time I won't do 6, this time is a little bit different. I'm going to find number 5, which is trace. And then I'm going to say graph trace. And when I click graph trace, it probably will actually take me to the y-intercept for this graph, which is very nice, 0, 4. That's exactly what I wanted. And that's good. If it doesn't take you to that point, I've got a way of describing that. So I'll go to that now. Menu. So I'm finding the y-intercept of the other one now. So menu 6, 4. Sorry, no, that's not true. Menu 5, 1 to get the trace. Now this time I actually want it on a different graph. So I'm going to click on the different graph, I hope, and so I just remembered you don't click, you push up instead, push up or down to move to the next graph, okay? And if you've got more than 2 graphs, you can just kind of cycle through them. So if I push up, it will go to the other graph and give me the y-intercept. Now just say it doesn't go onto the y-intercept, you know, that one is the y-intercept there, and if I click on that, it'll give me a nice point. But just say it didn't go to there, just say it took us out over here, or you wanted to find another point. What you can do is actually, you can find this other point, click it, I'll just drag it across, I'll push escape, and you know, that gets me the hand point, and I'll click it across. Now what I want to do is I actually want to make this x value or make this y value the thing that I want. So I'm going to click on this twice and make this one 0, because that's I want when x is 0. When I do that, it will come up with the point. You know, it will take me to that point. You can do the same thing for the y as well. It's very useful to actually find any point that you want to along the way. So I'm just going to tidy this up a little bit, and there I have all of my important information: x-intercepts, y-intercepts, and the intersection point. I don't want this point here, so I'm just going to click on it, and I'm going to push delete. Okay. So hopefully that tells you how to do this all by the graphics calculator. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to do it on a calculator page. So thanks for watching.